Everyone, we have about 1 minute until we're going to get started.
Actually, I think the more it's worse, the state is going to provide key funds to give out.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. I am going to call this meeting to order. I'm going to ask everyone to rise for the invocation and the pledge, which will be led by Councilman Doug Stauffer.
All right, let us bow our heads. Lord, we do thank you for your many blessings. We thank you for all that you do for the city of Niceville, the county of Okaloosa. Lord, the greatest city, greatest county, greatest state to live in. We thank you for those that came out tonight. We just pray that everybody that is here would present any case they may have before the city council, mayor, city manager, and the public in a respectful way. Help us to be respectful, reciprocating, and Lord, help us to do all in thy will. We pray this in Jesus' name and for his sake. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And real quick roll call. Mr. Stauffer?
here.
Mr. Rominger?
Here.
Miss Alley?
Here.
Mr. Schatzel?
Here.
And Mr. Toll.
Here.
Let the record reflect all are present and accounted for. And do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda besides the one I'm going to bring forth?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to add the proclamation that I'll read here shortly. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
And any second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. All right. The consent agenda, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed, like sign. All right. Let's move down to the proclamation. So, do you have that for me, Wendy?
You.
All right. Thank you. June, an interesting month, one in which good things happen. Does anybody remember what June the 6th, 1944 was?
D-Day.
That was a very important time. But this is not what that proclamation is. This is a proclamation recognizing June 2026 as Faith, Family, and Fatherhood Month. Whereas faith provides strength, hope, and moral guidance, inspiring values of compassion, service, responsibility, and unity within our communities. And whereas the family, established by God as the first earthly institution, serves as the foundation of a healthy society by nurturing the emotional, social, and spiritual development of future generations. And whereas fathers play an influential and irreplaceable role within the family, providing leadership, protection, wisdom, and encouragement that contributes significantly to the well-being of children and the stability of communities. And whereas churches, faith-based organizations, businesses, and community partners are encouraged to support and strengthen families through programs, events, and activities that promote healthy relationships and responsible parenting. And whereas community-wide efforts that encourage faith, family unity, and fatherhood helps foster safer neighborhoods and stronger families and a more prosperous society. And whereas America celebrates the 250th anniversary of its founding, we recognize that faith, family, and personal responsibility have long been among the enduring values that have contributed to the strength and success of our nation. Therefore, I, Daniel Henkel, Mayor of the City of Niceville, Florida, on behalf of Niceville City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of June 2026 as Faith, Family, and Fatherhood Month in the City of Niceville, and encourage all residents, churches, civic organizations, businesses, and community leaders to honor these foundational principles, express appreciation to fathers and father figures, support family unity, and participate in activities that strengthen families and enrich our community. I believe there's somebody here to receive that. Would you mind coming up?
Yes, sir.
Tell me your name again.
Andrew Muller.
Andrew Muller.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here, and I just want you to know that fathers are very important, built this nation, and we need to continue to strengthen and make sure fathers accept those responsibilities. So with that, you in this part of this too? You are?
We're part of the West Florida.
All right, awesome.
sir.
Good deal. So, is your wife taking a picture?
Yes, and can Pastor Stopper get in this too?
Yeah, I'll let him in.
That'd be tremendous.
Let's step over here a little bit closer
Yes,
this
sir.
way so he can get on one end. I don't want him walk beside me. I'll tower over him.
I hate to tell you, it's all gonna be towering over
Here
me.
you go. You want to take that there? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Did you have any things you wanted to say?
Yes, well, as the president of the West Florida Young Republicans and my vice president here, Nathan DiPietro, we believe America was founded as a Christian nation in principle, and we believe that the first God-ordained institution was the family. And as a free state of Florida, it is necessary and appropriate, we believe, to recognize fatherhood, faith, and family this month in June. And we appreciate the council and the mayor in particular for support of this proclamation. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Tolbert, do we have anything that you want to bring up in terms of youth council?
They are in recess.
Did you want to at least advertise potential people out there that you're looking for bodies?
That was done last week, or we'll do it last month, we'll do it again. If anybody has anyone that, child or know someone that's of high school age, so that's homeschool, private school, charter school, college, whatever, in the Niceville area that would like to be part of the Youth Advisory Council, please have them get with myself or Wendy. She has applications for the Youth Advisory Council. They meet once a month prior to this meeting throughout the school year. It gives them a leadership opportunity. There's a council of a board that sits up here like this and a few members that sit in the audience. And they do some civic projects throughout the year. This past year was highlighted by Wreaths Across America. They also did a recycling initiative to reduce the amount of contaminants. They did that at one of the local elementary schools, which was very well received. They also did a education campaign for helmets in accordance with the new city statute for helmets and micro-mobility devices. And so they've been a very active group this year. We can hope to keep them active throughout. It's a good learning opportunity and civic engagement for the kids.
Thank you, appreciate that. As you might have noticed, in the back of the room, we have a bunch of firefighters back there, and they're here for a special reason. And so I'm going to call Chief Kukulis up, and I think he is getting ready to do something very special.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. For the record, Alex Kukulis, Fire Chief. I'm joined here with my son, guys. So, as you may
Can you
recall,
adjust that just a little bit
still more?
Yeah, there you go.
Got me? All right. As you may recall from last month, we swore in 4 additional firefighters last month. So we have one more that we were able to add to the team this month. So Shane Wiley is going to be the newest addition to Niceville Fire Department. Firefighter Wiley competed amongst many others and was a great opportunity for us. He happens to also already be a paramedic. He spent 9 years in the Navy before going to paramedic school up in Virginia, worked on the ambulance for a little while. So comes to us with a little bit of experience and completed his firefighter standards already over in Panama City. So He's turnkey for us, and he's going to be one of the last components here that's going to enable us to start this ALS program for us. So he'll be one of our first functioning paramedics with some of the others that are already. So exciting addition to the team. And so his wife, Jolene, is here to help pin him. So without further ado, come on down. You can go ahead and put his badge on, and then we'll swear him in. All right, go ahead and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Shane Wiley,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida,
and faithfully serve as a firefighter for the city of Niceville,
and faithfully serve as a firefighter for the city of Niceville,
that I will protect life and property
that I will protect life and property
with courage in the face of danger,
with courage in the face of danger,
with compassion for those in need,
with compassion for those in need,
and with honor in all that I do,
and with honor in all that I do,
upholding the proud traditions of the Niceville Fire Department.
and upholding the proud traditions of the Niceville Fire Department.
Congratulations, welcome to the team. You want to do a photo real quick? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely
Okay,
fine.
I'll come down.
All right, you want all of us down there?
Come on down.
Yeah. Oh, you can get in. We're coming. We're on our way. Come on, let's go. Right here. Let's go. Same with you. Should I stand right here so you can tower over me right in front of us?
You think, are you saying?
Yeah, we probably. No.
Uh-uh.
John. Are we okay? Hey, come over here. Yeah, over here.
Stand next to me, I don't know.
Alright, on the count of three, police are better.
That was good, you got a good laugh. And the chief touched on it briefly, but let me just add one quick thing. You may have heard us over a period of time, over the last few months, mention this acronym ALS, Advanced Life Saving. This has become a very important thing for us, and we're moving towards having a fully advanced life-saving capability in the city of Niceville. All right. Let's move down to the public hearings, first readings. Wendy?
Okay, ordinance number 260701, an ordinance requesting to voluntarily annex approximately 0.68 plus or minus acres from the city of Niceville. The subject property is located at 1315 23rd Street and is identified by parcel ID number 08-22-0000-0015-0010.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Schatzel. Our city attorney, Mr. Steve Hall, is going to introduce this since our main man is not here. Is he?
The engineer's here as well to speak on
Okay.
this topic.
All right, you want to do it first?
I'll just do a quick intro. And
There you go.
bring the engineer.
And then we'll let him come up. All right.
And if the
Steve,
council
can
has
you
any
use your-
questions, I'll do a forward job than Chris. This is a minor annexation. Thank you very much. This is a minor annexation. It has met all the qualifications under staff review, both under Florida statutes and our LDC. If you look at the pictures that are attached to the staff report, you can see very clearly it's compact. It's surrounded on 3.5 sides by the city with a small piece that's still unincorporated next to it on about half of its one of its sides. So we heard the related rezoning request for this parcel at the Planning Commission, and it was approved out of the Planning Commission. So we have two ordinances. One will be the annexation, and the other will be the change of relations.
With that, Mr. Matt Zinke, would you like to come forward and tell us a little bit more about it? And Matt, you know the drill, state your name and address.
Matt Zinke, Jenkins Engineering, 73 Avon Parkway, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Here on behalf of Taylor Brown with Copilot Properties tonight. He has purchased the property that we've requested annexation for, which is located at 1315 23rd Street. If you look at the parcel map, you can see it's just south and to the west of the existing Reed Street subdivision, which Taylor developed a few years ago. So basically, this made a lot of sense that when he was able to get it, to bring it in as part of that subdivision. It's currently zoned R2 in the county, which would allow for townhomes, single family. Its future land use in the county is medium density residential, so that would not change when we brought it into the city. And then we changed the zoning from R2 to planned unit development to let him do the same type of lots that he's already done on the existing subdivision. There's already roads in place, utilities are in place, and stormwater's in place as well. So if you have any questions.
Any questions by the council? Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Stoffer, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
And Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Let's move down to ordinance number 26-07-02.
27?
Did I say 27?
You said 26.
26-07-02.
Well, the ordinance here says 27 on mine. Maybe I'm the wrong one.
It's right on the.
Okay, all right.
An ordinance to amend the official zoning map to planned unit development PUD and amend the future land use map FLUM to medium density residential MDR. The subject property is located at 1315 23rd Street and is identified by parcel ID number 08-1S-22-0000-0015-0010.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
All right, and a second by Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Is that correct? All right. Mr. Hall, did you have anything you want to say on this one?
Mr. Mayor, Matt covered it in his presentation on the annexation. The rule of law, as you have seen with voluntary annexations, both parties agree. The existing land use from the county side is generally adopted, or something close to that land use is adopted as we add it into the city zone.
Thank you. Matt, was there anything else you needed to add on that one?
No, sir.
Any questions by the council? Would anybody in the audience like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stopper?
Yes.
Let's move down to ordinance 26-07-03.
An ordinance adopting additional amended budget changes for the city of Niceville for fiscal year commencing on October 1, 2025. An ordinance adopting and approving additional appropriations set forth in said budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2025, and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
And second by Miss Alley. City Manager, it's your turn.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Council. So this is another proposed budget amendment. This is due to the fact that the fire engine, the truck that we have coming, we were not anticipating receiving that until fiscal year 27. However, the manufacturer recently told us that we can expect it before the end of the fiscal year. This fire truck is in the discretionary fund, but the funds that you see there are not surtax money. The $500,000 that you see on the first line, that is leftover ARPA money that we aren't using for the reuse line. The reuse water pipeline is fully paid for, through a grant and ARPA dollars, and this is the excess. The remaining balance that you see there just over $800,000. That is from our fire truck investment, from the revenues we've been receiving from Valpe for the services we've been providing to them. So that's where those $2 figures come from. They will cover the cost of the fire truck and the equipment that goes on it. Am I right? Yeah. So some of the equipment that will go on it. So again, no surtax money has been used. But again, the reason it's in the surtax is because when we budgeted for this fire truck, we put it in the surtax fund. And so just for purely accounting and auditing purposes, we're just going to transfer those two pots of money into the surtax fund so that we can pay for this fire truck when we receive it.
Any questions by the council? Mr. Schatzel?
Yeah, this is not a question about the revision of the budget, but when is the new estimated arrival date since it's this fiscal year?
So we were notified by Sutphen, the manufacturer, that it will be complete next week. Actually, we have crews going up there to meet the manufacturer, but then it goes down to South Florida for final upfitting. So we probably won't actually have delivery here in Niceville till sometime mid-August.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions by council? Are there any questions by any of the members of the public on this particular issue? Seeing none, Mr. Tolbert? Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Ms. Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stauffer?
Yes.
All right, let's move down to the second and final readings. We'll start with Resolution 26-06-01.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Niceville, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute a 30-year lease agreement with the United States Department of the Air Force for the approximately 47.6-acre property commonly known as Twin Oaks Park Mullet Festival Site, providing for conflicts and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rominger. All right, again, you're up there, Mr. City Manager.
So council, as you well know, we've been engaged in negotiations with Eglin for that parcel for almost the entire time I've been sitting in the seat. We finally have gotten to a conclusion where we have a mutually agreed upon terms of a 30-year lease. So we settled on $65,000 total for the first year. 48 and a little bit in change will be a cash payment. The remainder of the balance will be in-kind services for water services, sewer services, trash, things of that nature. Now there's a 3% escalator annually, 3% or CPI, whichever is lower. But that also applies to our in-kind services. And so we will be getting an increase for the services that we provide, either 3% or CPI, again, whichever is lower. I would also note that there's some get-out-of-jail-free language in the contract in the event that our revenues should go sideways. So we're not locked in if the money isn't there in the future.
Any questions by the council? Mr. Schatzel?
Yeah, I don't have a question, but I would like to compliment our city manager and the staff, including legal, for the review of this and to make it happen. This is an important part of our city park system for our community, and it's well used. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Are there, yes, go ahead, Ms. Allen.
So I'm so excited to see this finally here, 3.5 years of this going on. My question is that, can we lower the amount that we pay if we do more in-kind services? Like, for instance, at the golf course?
No. We went back and forth many times on that issue, and I offered the Air Force a number of different options on how we could reduce that overall cost. The reason we're not getting credit for the golf course as we have in years past is because the golf course here in a very short period of time will not be operated by the Air Force. They're going to sign a long-term lease with a private developer, and at that point, it's the developer's property. And so the Air Force is not getting a benefit from that anymore. So they would not include the water and reuse water at the golf course as we had in years past.
Are there other questions by council? Go ahead, Mr. Tolbert.
Yes, thank you for shepherding this through and for the, including the Mullet Festival possibility into it for the city to return to having a festival on the site.
Keep the mic close, please.
Sure. I did notice there is a provision in there for them, for the Air Force to approve any improvements we make.
Yes, sir.
On that property.
Yes, sir.
How long a process did they hint that might be?
Well, I don't think it'll be 3 years.
Okay.
But it wouldn't, it depends on what it is, right? And so I think it would be relatively expedient by federal government timelines.
I am a federal employee.
For sure. And being a retiree myself, you know, the things don't move quickly inside the five-sided insane asylum. And so, but I think it'll do relatively quickly, again, depending on what it is. Because, again, they approved it with the expectation that we were going to enhance it with, you know, say a sports complex.
At the same time of chiding us seriously for removing 2 trees.
Well, in all fairness, we didn't do that properly and ask permission.
Okay, I was just kind of looking to make sure that this was not going to be we now own a piece of land that we can't do anything with.
No, sir, I don't foresee that happening.
Okay, and I looked for that escape clause provisions in there, and I did not see that.
It's in there, trust me.
Gotcha.
Are there any other questions? All right, would anybody like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none. Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatzel?
Yes.
Miss Alley?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Let's move down to, go ahead, Miss Alley.
I just want to say thank you, because this is one of my things, when you first were hired, that we had to get this through, and you did it, and I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, let's move down to Resolution 26-06-02.
A resolution of the City Council of Niceville, Florida, authorizing the city manager to enter into an interlocal agreement with Okaloosa County for participation in the county's Advanced Life Support ALS Fire Engine Partnership Program and providing for an effective date.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
So moved. And do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Miss Alley. I will start it off with Miss City Manager again.
All right, thank you. Again, council, this is a part of our budding ALS program. It's a requirement that we have this agreement in place. If you want details of what this means, I'll have Chief Kakulas hop up and explain it. But this is one of the vital pieces in order to stand up a program. This particular agreement will be reviewed by the BCC at their first meeting in July.
For those of you out there that wonder what BCC is, Board of County Commissioners. Questions by the council? Would anybody else like to come before the council on this issue? Seeing none.
I do have one, Rita.
Go ahead, Mr. Tolbert.
The paperwork said no cost for this, for signing the agreement, which I understand. Do we have a rough order of magnitude cost for improving service beyond basic life-saving?
So, yeah, you're correct. The agreement itself does not require any cost. And just to frame this a little better too, all the fire departments that run ALS or paramedic programs within the county operate as subsidiaries to the county's ALS program, ambulances that run the town. So we will be under their licensure as a sub-licensee and under their protocols, et cetera. So beyond that, there's some equipment costs. We already have some of those components. We will be acquiring some additional monitors under lease, some other soft goods. A lot of the ongoing equipment is resupplied by county EMS, so there won't be any ongoing costs with that. And we did receive that Randall Wise donation of $10,000 last month, which is also helping kickstart some of the equipment costs. So there will be some ongoing personnel costs. There's an incentive for the paramedics in the contract. based on the totality of the number of paramedics that we see through paramedic program in that school that we're about to put on too. So equipment costs, I foresee, we budgeted next year for about $25,000. That's still working its way through the preliminary budget process, but I think it may be less than that. But it's a relatively nominal number compared to, I think, the level of service we're going to get out of this.
The reason I ask is what a piece of paper laying on all of our desks about a state constitutional amendment that we're facing. So costs everywhere, to the smallest little number, are all going to count. Because the state's mandating that we pay for fire service. They're not mandating that we pay for ALS.
I'll make a comment. One of the things I read through that was whoever's first on scene obviously is going to be the on-scene responsible party. Then once EMS actually shows up, they take over, if I read this document correctly. The reason why I'm asking is basically what you guys are going to do, instead of getting the ambulances and transport capabilities, it's just going to be the med bags with the appropriate ALS products in it, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah, correct. Most ALS fire engines carry all the same equipment that an ambulance has, minus the gurney, really. So they're able to basically provide all the same sort of EMS services, stabilize the patient, but ultimately transport then happens by the ambulance. And revenues are attached to transport. So unfortunately, the way that is nationally.
Are there any other questions by council? Yes, go ahead.
I do want to say that because we fall under the Okaloosa County Ambulance Service, if they're in a call in Destin and somebody has an emergency here, this is so important because you're going to get there to be able to stabilize the patient when an ambulance might be 45 minutes out. So this is critical to the citizens of Niceville.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there is one ambulance typically stationed in the city of Niceville, but as you said, it may be on a call that already generated out of Niceville, or it could get pulled into anywhere else in the county based on where the call volume happens to be. So this is important to make sure we're at least able to stabilize them until we do get an ambulance there.
Go ahead, Mr. Stoffer.
And just to piggyback on Mr. Tolbert's, and I agree with Ms. Sally, it has to do with the property tax losses that we're projecting. Looking at $1.5 million in the first year, $2.5 million in the third year, $3.8 million. If it goes to $500,000 property tax exemption. So I agree with the ALS is important, but really it's up to the citizenry. If we vote in this property tax change, then we're going to have to cut services. This would be a very good example of what we may end up cutting because it's optional to save lives. And that's a tough call, but we've got to balance the budget. So I'm glad you're bringing it up. I'm glad he brought it up, but I think the citizenry needs to know that Niceville is going to take a large hit, of which we're going to be cutting everything we can cut. Anything optional, which is what he was pointing out, no matter how important it is, could be on the cutting block. So I just wanted to make that point while you were there.
Yeah, it's certainly a major challenge to have a significant increase in level of service while trying to pinch pennies and drive costs down at the same time. But we're having those conversations to see what we can do concurrently.
Okay, are there any other questions? All right, thank you. Appreciate it, Chief. Anybody in the audience want to come before the council on this issue? I think I gave you that opportunity, but after that question session, if anybody else triggered anything. Seeing none, Mr. Tolbert?
Yes.
Mr. Schatz?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Rominger?
Yes.
And Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
All right, let's move down to the report section, city manager report. You got anything you want to talk about right now?
I do, Mayor. Council, I just want to remind you that the chamber breakfast is tomorrow at 7:30 in the community center. We are the host, and as history is going to repeat itself, we're going to have fried mullet and eggs and grits and all sorts of good stuff. So please don't forget about that, because again, we are the host for tomorrow. I also invite the community out. 4th of July is rapidly approaching. We have a larger fireworks show than usual planned to celebrate the nation's 250th birth. So come out and please enjoy the fireworks show down on the bayou. I note that we have a large contingent of pickleballers in the room. So you are certainly invited to come up and speak to the council tonight, but I would also invite you to stay behind, because I would love to chat with you afterwards and continue the conversation we started back on the 1st of May. And just continue that dialogue and see if we can get this resolved. If you're available and if you have time and if you're willing, please stay behind. I would love to chat with you. And then finally, I want to give a big, sincere thank you to Randy Bush from Danny's Fried Chicken and his team down there at Danny's Fried Chicken, and to all the donors who participated in our fundraiser last week. We have a teammate who's going through a just horrific situation right now. So the Public Works team led a fundraiser last week. Randy Bush and his team donated a lot of food for that event. And the event raised over $5,000 for this family. So thank you to Randy and his team. Thanks for the community for coming out and supporting an absolutely magnificent teammate and her family. So with that, Deputy Chief Chapin.
Mayor, Council, Manager. I'm going to go over our May calls for service at the Police Department. During the month of May, we responded to 2,541 calls for service. Of those calls for service, 8 resulted in felony arrests, 7 in misdemeanor arrests. We issued 29 criminal traffic arrests, 5 DUIs, 251 citations were issued, 528 traffic warnings were issued by our officers, and 38 traffic crashes involving 76 vehicles and 3 pedestrians. Towing stats for the month, we had 31 tows, 10 went to AA auto, 10 to roadside, and 11 to whites. We responded to 134 animal control calls for service, 3 of which were alligators, surprisingly. We had to capture and release. School zone camera statistics for the month of May were 1,909 speeding events, 425 on North Palm Boulevard, 375 on South Palm Boulevard, 452 on North Parton, 657 on South Parton, and 280 were rejected for non-violation. During the month of May, the police department participated in the Spring Bazaar with our community policing unit. The community policing also conducted its first Fatal Vision course right out front for those who didn't see me pedaling my cart on Facebook. And our next class is set up for June 20th. We do have slots, so we encourage people to please sign up. It is a really great way for our youth to get out and understand the problems that come with impaired driving. So I challenge them to come out and see for themselves firsthand. Our Honor Guard assisted with Memorial Day ceremonies at the American Legion in Fort Walton Beach. We had a farewell and retirement ceremony for Sergeant Travis Howe, who retired from our agency with 33 years of service in law enforcement, 13 years of which were with the Niceville Police Department. He will be sorely missed, and he's a huge loss, but he's deserved his retirement. We completed the Click It or Ticket campaign during the month of May, where we issued 50 citations for seatbelt violations. And Sergeant Pond and K-9 Cody attended nationals, where they were awarded with their national certification for K-9 narcotics detection. And on a special note for the officers who work hard daily for the citizens here in Niceville, they are getting ready to go down to South Florida to be awarded the Traffic Safety Challenge Award. We were ranked in the top 3 in the state for traffic enforcement, so it's a really good thing. That's all I've got, unless you have a question.
Questions by the council? Go ahead, Mr. Tolbert, then Ms. Alley.
Good, sir. One. The school zone spike is just incredible. March 719, May 1629. It's going in the wrong direction. So, my question is, how many moving violations have we done during that time, during school zone times? Have we put a cop back out there to actually issue moving zone violations?
So
Instead of just camera tickets?
right now, we just have camera tickets, and that's what they're catching. I mean,
Right, I understand.
you would employ an officer 24/7 essentially to get that many violations, but that's the problem we have right now. This isn't about revenue, this is about safety. This is about the children and the safety during school and everything else. We get accidents, and those children are out playing at Ruckel, or they're doing things for the high school, crossing the roads. I mean, this is our youth. We need people to slow down. This is a problem.
Agree completely, that's why I'm urging the, actually moving violations
Yes.
from a live cop, and this, in conjunction with this.
Well, I can tell you that I watched our unmarked unit do exactly what you're talking about. So they are out there, like you said, it's not 24/7 though.
No, I'm just asking for.
Yes, but we have officers in the area still issuing moving violations.
That's all I'm asking.
And just for the citizens to understand, moving violations come with an excessive cost to them versus what you're gonna get on this school zone violation through the cameras. So it's almost triple.
Councilman Tolbert, to your point, that number, that's 80 an hour, or 80 a day, I'm sorry, like 10 an hour during the school session, 10 to 15, you know, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Ms. Allen?
So I have a couple questions regarding that. Do you have the information in front of you what the highest speed clocked in there was?
I don't, so those cameras, I can pull that info for you, but I don't bring it with me to council.
Because I think it's important for the residents to understand that they don't get hit till they're 11 miles over the speed limit.
Correct, and I can say from historical data, we've conducted speed studies in these areas, and some of the speeds have reached in excess of 60 miles an hour.
And ma'am, every month, the average of all the tickets, it's twice the speed limit for all 4 locations. It's twice.
The other question I have is that there was a huge spike in misdemeanors in May. What is that regarding?
So for our misdemeanors, we've got, the biggest spikes that we saw in the month of May was drug equipment possession or drug paraphernalia.
I mean, it's like it's the highest it's been in a year.
Correct, yes, and we are having an influx of some drug usage going on, and our officers are correctly so being very proactive to take a stance on that so that it does not become a problem or an epidemic here in the city. But that's what drove our spike in misdemeanors, was the drug paraphernalia.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Shassel, did you have a question?
No, I was going to ask about the misdemeanor increase also, but you answered it. Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions? Let me make a quick comment. Obviously, I get a lot of people that contact me about these school zone cameras and tickets and so forth. And you've heard that it's not about the revenue, it's all about changing behavior. I have recently briefed those at the chamber that right now school is out of session, we turn the cameras off. But I strongly suggested to them that they should be practicing when the cameras come back on. What I mean by that, practice going slow now so you don't have to worry about it when those cameras come back on August the 19th when school kicks in. Somebody also asked me, what would it take to get rid of those cameras? And the answer is very simple. 0 infractions in the school zone. So far you can see we're averaging 1,000 or so a month. That's moving far away from 0. With that said, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Chief Koukas.
We'll get back to you, ma'am, in a little bit.
You should have a copy of our monthly fire department report there, so I'll just highlight a few components of it there, but you'll see the 156 emergency calls for the month of May. That's a bit of a decline from previous months, and we identify the reasoning for that is, you may recall, we initiated the boundary drop with East Niceville and Valpy for mutual aid, so we're no longer just following jurisdictional boundaries. So that has resulted in a little bit of a decline in our volume, which is what we projected because of all the proximity of East Niceville Station to city responses out there. So that's actually good news. Also, 7.5 minute response time here. I also mentioned last month, I believe, that we had a bit of an anomaly in our data, was reporting badly. So this is good that we've been able to kind of fix that issue. And so 8 minutes is kind of the NFPA target as far as the 90th percentile response time, so we're tracking under that too. Medical calls, well, on our incident types there, you'll see the distribution's fairly normal, but about 2/3 being medical. Again, kind of supporting why we're doing what we're doing with the ALS program. 366 training hours. We've got the heat map there to kind of show you where the distribution is throughout the city. The only other couple things under my chief's report, I mentioned we were going through our ISO review. It was supposed to be in May. ISO had to push that back for their scheduling reasons, so they're going to be here next week. But again, we have an ISO Class 2 with Niceville Fire Department, which we're very proud of. It's ISO Class 1 is the best you can get, so that ends up resulting in lower insurance premiums for our residents. So our goal is to maintain that, which I imagine we will. We won't know for several months after the review's over with, though. We already touched on the fire engine delivery, so I won't cover that again. And then myself and some of the other chief officers attended the Okaloosa County Emergency Management Hurricane Exercise, I believe it was 2 weeks ago. It was well attended by a lot of our regional partners. It was helpful for me and our staff. We identified several outputs that we'll be able to update our plan. And our goal is to then kind of conduct an internal city exercise here in the coming months to kind of just fine-tune our own team's plans for that. So we look forward to putting that together too. But otherwise, any questions?
Council, any questions for the chief? Thanks, Chief. And Jonathan, before you come up, ma'am, one had a question come up, state your name and address for the record and ask your question.
It's Susan Hudson, 201 Alonzo Court, Niceville, Florida. It's not a question, it's a statement about the speeding cameras. I have went through there and the lights aren't even flashing and people are getting tickets and kids are crossing before school is out. And people are getting tickets for 2 miles over the speed limit, not 10.
So let me respond to that for you. So this camera works from 6:30 in the morning to 2:50, in other words, 10 minutes before 3, every school day.
Right.
So there are certain periods in which the lights flash to slow down. So on Palm, it becomes 15 miles an hour, which normally is a 25-mile-an-hour zone. On Parton, it becomes a 20-mile-an-hour zone, which is normally 35. So there's actually, that camera's working the whole time. So when the flashing, let's just take North Parton. If you are during the flashing period and you're going 31 miles an hour or faster, you're getting a ticket. If it's a non-flashing time, remember the speed limit is 35. So if you're going 46 miles an hour or faster, you're getting a
but
ticket.
If this 35 and that 20 miles is on, if you're going 22 miles an hour, and if it's flashing or not, you're getting a ticket.
So ma'am, thank you for your input. We're not going to debate this with you. We'd be more than happy to talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I have people that have gotten them. One girl's gotten 4 tickets.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Jonathan, I assume you're next.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Mr. Dyke, Wendy. I'm gonna hit touch base on what Chapin was saying. We gotta watch out for them. They'll be off-duty public works people. Great. So, update on the Reeves pipeline. We're still in limbo awaiting permits from Edmond Air Force Base. The new million-gallon water tank in Deer Moss Creek is ready for bid. We had our pre-construction meeting for the Greenbelt sewer upgrade from College Boulevard to Cherrywood Court today. That's 120 days substantial. Okay, Mr. Bill, they'll be done. So we're going to start Monday next week, rubbing it all out, start laying the pipe. We do expect it to be done by September. Well 6 is still offline. Ground well drillers, we got to come back and pull the well. Had some issues. So we got to re-pull the well, re-disinfect, and hopefully sample again and we get it passed, but it's back offline. We're waiting on supplies to start the rehab of well 5 at Cedar College. We're going to do some clearing at the new water well 12 out in Deer Moss Creek. We're going to get geotech done and get that project moving. All the update on the fluoride removal that we stopped putting in the system last year. We were able to save $55,000 this year on a company out of Pensacola to come haul off the fluoride to Georgia. So that was a good plus. Remember that budget meeting. We had 41 water calls, 18 sewer calls, 475 line spots. The updated plans for Turkey Creek that you guys approved in the last CRA meeting have been finalized. Engineers are working with our procurement director, James Walters, on getting that out for bid quick. We have a drainage issue on Canal Drive. We're still working with crews on. Won't be able to do that job till November when the tide's out. We have a storm water issue on Adams Street and Red Maple Way. We're working on to repair the outfall on Davis Drive. We got 60 foot of pipe delay at Grand Oaks on that outfall, pipe separated. We have a drainage issue on Iowa Street. We just had a sinkhole today at the corner of Rudy Pond and Sable Pond. We're ready to bid the Thomas Branch, the Holden Pond, across from the high school also. Mr. Walters is working with that on half, trying to get that bidded out too. Valparaiso sidewalks, the final inspection was done since the last time we met. Everything passed, so we're good to go. It's off the scale for Okaloosa County. The multi-use trail on Forest Road to College. There's clipping the base to grade. We got another crew coming behind fixing all the erosion from all the rain that we've had. And the paving date to start paving the trail is June 22nd, Monday. So hopefully you'll be seeing asphalt hit the ground on June 22nd. In the next week or so, Ingram Engineering will be installing a new school zone along Highway 85 for Edge Elementary. The Meigs Park, we're finishing up the plumbing and electrical for the bathrooms. The deck-offs are done, so that project's moving along. Looking at November, either the 21st or 27th for final completion date of the Miracle League Field. And just to give you a heads up, the boys are back in town. Y'all be glad to know AT&T is back in town. Working the south end of the city right now, headed north, so can't do nothing about it, but just to let you know they are back in town. Code compliance, had 41 new cases, 19 closed, 3 open, 19 courtesies, and 2 ongoing cases from April. And last but not least, my favorite time of the night, is Ella Britton here. Come on up, Ella. So my shining penny tonight, she's not in public works, she's in IT, but she keeps me straight on stormwater and everything else under the sun. So this is Ella Britton from the IT department. She's also working on her master's degree. She's been with us 2 years. She keeps me straight on stormwater, right? She does IT, mapping, GIS, anything under the sun. She's a great asset to this team. I'm really proud to have her. Thank you so much.
Are you finished?
I'm done.
All right, are there any questions?
Way to tell me to keep it short, right?
Go ahead, Mr. Tolbert, you have a question.
I've got one, it's more directed towards.
Can you pull that mic a little closer?
It's more directed towards the city manager. With the new, school zone being put in.
Don't misunderstand what he said.
I know what he said with that. Any initiatives?
Well, that was going to be one of the topics of conversation that I have with each of you in the upcoming, in our upcoming meetings.
Okay.
So, because we have a new school zone on Valpy Boulevard and a new one on there on State Road 85. So
Edge is going in,
it is. That's a state project, not ours.
okay, and then you're asking about the other two.
Just one on Valpy Boulevard. So that is a conversation that we all need to have individually.
Are there other questions for our Public Works Director?
I just want to emphasize that that's a state project on 85 in front of Edge, not Niceville.
Right.
Speed cameras. Oh, I want to say, you need to go from a penny to a quarter, since we're not making pennies anymore.
All right, anything else? Thank you, appreciate it. Do you have anything else there, Mr. City Manager?
No, sir, I do not.
All right, I'm going to turn it over right now to the council to see if they have anything that they want to share, and I'll start with Mr. Stoffer. Nothing? Mr. Rominger, you got anything? Miss Ally?
I just want to say I'm going to be very sad to miss the fireworks on July 4th. But very excited I'll be boarding the Disney cruise on July 4th. I'm surely going to have fireworks for my birthday that day.
Happy birthday. Mr. Shapley?
No, thank you.
Mr. Tolbert?
Since we're sharing travel agendas, I'll be in Lubbock, Texas on the 4th.
Okay. Well, we're at that point tonight to open it up to the residents, but let me first ask this question. Just by a show of hands, how many people are here to speak about pickleball courts? Okay, we have quite a few, to say the least. So what I want to brief you all on is, in accordance with our resolution that we adopted back in 2013, when we have a bunch of people that need to speak on the same topic, we're going to authorize you to pick a spokesman, and we will give you 10 minutes to talk about your topic. So with that said, let me first see if anybody else has an issue they want to bring up. And again, this, unless it's multiple people that need to talk about a separate issue, the rules of engagement are you get 3 minutes. You come up, you state your name and address for the record, and we'll start the timer after you start into your presentation. You get 3 minutes to make your point. I strongly suggest you make your point quickly, because I will cut you off at 3 minutes. And again, the council in this case is a receive mode. So with that said, does anybody want to come before the council on an issue other than pickleball?
Mayor, could I add one thing?
Go ahead.
As we did last time, could we, just for clarification, just state whether you're within the city limits, if you're a Niceville city resident, along with your address, because we don't have everybody's address memorized. Lots of little enclaves of county.
Okay. So is there anybody out there that wants to come before the council on any issue other than pickleball at this point in time? Is that a hand back there?
Yes.
Yeah, please come up. Again, you said it once, but please come up and state your name and address for the record.
Okay. It's Susan Hudson, 201 Alonzo Court. I am within the city limits. And one thing, I got a text last night that some of the employees are concerned because they've been told that there's going to be a meeting with the city employees about property taxes. And they wanted me to bring that up tonight. The other concerns that we have are, I know y'all think I rant when I send emails, but other people have been sending emails, making phone calls, and there's been no response from the city manager, the mayor, the city council. And we deserve better than that. A lot of the things that goes on in the city is not right. The tickets that people are getting is one of them. Pickleball, my late husband and I, we donated money, and I know you said we would talk about that later, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows we donated money to have those built. And I just don't think that the citizens used to be a priority in Niceville, and we're not anymore. I don't think y'all realize how many senior citizens they are in Niceville. And we have no respect. Y'all give us no respect at all. It's just not right. Thank you.
Is there anybody that wants to come before council other than pickleball? If so, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
I just got a quick question.
Please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Sure, my name is,
Now, get to the mic, because we're recording.
sorry. My name's Wendy O'Lean. I'm not a city resident, and I'm at 1022 Lakeway Drive. in
Man, can you step forward to?
Niceville. Sorry, can you hear me now? So 1022 Lakeway Drive, I'm not a city resident, and I'm only here because I was curious, next to what used to be Superior residence in this part and place, all the trees and everything have all been removed around there. I'm guessing it's city, and I was just curious about what's going in there.
Man, it's not.
It's not, that's not something, no.
That's not city property, it's private property, and the owner of that property is going to be installing independent living duplexes on that property.
Okay.
It's the same property owner that owns the nursing home right across the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And so he's building independent living duplexes for seniors on that property.
Yeah, sorry, I misstated that. I wasn't meaning it was city owned, it was, the property resided within the city.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Okay, so that's all, I was just curious about that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other issue that somebody would like to come forward on the city other than pickleball at this time? Okay, since we have quite a few people, I know that I'll give you a minute to decide who you want to come forward to speak, but you will get 10 minutes to talk about your issue.
I'll decide for them, Mayor.
All right,
That's okay.
please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Yes, sir. I would ask, can you hear me?
Yes.
I would ask, we have
Ma'am,
Can
name
you
and
hear
address
me?
for the record.
Yes.
Name and address for the record.
Catherine Hargrave. The address is 13917 State Highway 20, Niceville, Florida. I am not a Niceville resident, however, I represent Niceville and Okaloosa County residents here in the room. I would ask, sir, I believe we can cover everything that we're here to cover tonight with 3 different people. We've all provided papers on different subjects related to pickleball. So if we could do that, that would probably be smoother and easier, if you would allow that. If not, I'll try to speak to everybody's concerns.
So I've given you 10 minutes to get to it, so 10 minutes is what you got.
Does it start now?
Start now.
All right. So as we briefed before, on May 1st, 26, the 3 pickleball courts that were added to the Niceville Senior Center back in 2022 were open to the public, and they were moved under the management of the Recreation Department. Prior to that occurrence, senior members had exclusive hours of play Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30. This policy change resulted in no dedicated hours for senior citizens to play pickleball safely, and has caused a great deal of stress and concern within the community. In Okaloosa County, we have approximately 146,000 registered voters. Out of those, 29,000 are in Niceville. Out of the 29,000, over 12,000, almost half, are senior citizens, 56 years of age or older. We are an important part of this community, and we deserve to be heard and protected. We have here before you a petition, Mr. Mayor, you should have it in front of you, with 703 signatures, 422 online signatures, and 281 paper signatures, all supporting the need for restricted pickleball courts for senior citizens. We are seeking a resolution from the Niceville City Council that will provide funding for new senior citizen pickleball courts or an alternate solution for senior citizens to have dedicated courts to play pickleball safely. We have legitimate concerns. The current situation will cause safety issues for our senior citizens. The physical and emotional well-being of our senior community, we feel, are being neglected, overlooked, and pushed aside. The pickleball courts behind and within the fence surrounding the Niceville Senior Center were built specifically for the senior community. However, they are no longer being managed with that purpose in mind. Lack of communication and transparency, which I'm elated that we're going to meet tonight and hopefully get to some resolution or proposals, so that makes me very happy. We deserve the feedback from the council. According to the National Institute of Health, when seniors play pickleball against younger, faster players, the dynamic changes drastically. The difference in reaction speed and court coverage often forces older adults to push past their physical limits, significantly increasing the risk of falls, severe wrist fractures, and acute tendon tears. Younger players will often force seniors to uncomfortably wide rallies. Lunging or backplaying to return these shots frequently results in loss of balance and falls. The rapid acceleration and deacceleration required to keep up with younger opponents place immense unaccustomed stress on aging joints and tendons, often resulting in Achilles ruptures and meniscus tears. Playing pickleball on courts adjacent to younger players introduces several risks for seniors, primarily stemming from physical proximity, spatial distractions, and drastically different paces of gameplay. Younger players often play faster, more aggressive, and louder. The proximity of loud, rapid play can disrupt a senior's focus, reaction time, and balance, increasing the likelihood of unforced errors, slips, and falls. Faster-paced games on adjacent courts can result in balls rolling into the senior's court. Stepping on a loose ball during a lunge or a quick pivot is a major trip hazard that frequently results in wrist sprains and fractures. If the courts are packed tightly, players, particularly young, more athletic players chasing down wide shots may overshoot their border and collide with seniors playing on the next court over. Opening the 3 courts to the public has already created immediate safety hazards. Recently, a 20-year-old collided with a senior resident, knocking her backward and nearly causing a concussion. Please restore the dedicated senior playing hours on the 3 senior center recreation courts. The Niceville Senior Center is more than just a building. It is a vital community service center. Its fenced senior center recreation area was engineered exclusively for older adults to ensure their safety and well-being. However, the city recently stripped away this exclusivity by opening the area's 3 pickleball courts to the public. This decision contradicts the center's original mission, as documented by Get the Coast in an October 2022 article. With a new city manager and 3 new council members in office, Niceville's leadership is breaking its promise to over 12,000 voters, aged 56 and older. Contrary to the claims that no evidence exists, here are 3 of many online documents providing the 3 pickleball courts within the senior center recreation area's fenced perimeter were designated exclusively for the senior center rather than a public amenity. In the Niceville Senior Center section of 2018 Niceville Comprehensive Financial Report, it says, and I quote, "Future planned exterior enhancements include a walking trail, gazebo, putting green, pickleball and shuffleball courts, and exercise stations." In September 14, 2021, City of Niceville regular council meeting minutes on page 7 in paragraph 5, it is noted that after Mr. Corbin said the senior center is doing good, and I quote, Councilwoman Alley asked when the back area of the senior center would be complete. Mr. Corbin stated the pickleball courts have been completed and still need some electrical work to be completed. In the 2022 Niceville Comprehensive Financial Report under Department Focus, it says, and I quote, 2 new pickleball courts have been added to the senior center facility and are equipped with LED lights for night use. An additional 3 courts and a putting green were added to the facility in 2022. With over 50 public pickleball courts spread across the Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, Destin area, there is plenty of room to play. The 3 fenced senior courts were an exclusive perk for our senior center members and were never intended to be a public space. I urge you to reinstate senior-only playing hours on 3 courts as previously allocated to ensure consistency, availability, and safety for the senior players, and to honor the purpose these courts construction in 2022. Council members and Mayor Hinkle, I want to note in closing that there have been multiple requests by Okaloosa County residents and Niceville residents, including myself, to be put on the agenda tonight. I thought the criteria was asking for a resolution, which we have done with a petition. All of those requests were denied by the city manager. The due process appears to be very lacking or totally broke. I believe each of you would agree that communication is very important for our city to be an open and fair governed body. It appears we have a huge disconnect between the city of Niceville and its constituents. This issue needs to be addressed and the process reviewed and revised. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. than pickleball, is there anybody else who wants to come before the council on the issue? Please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
My name's John Kazuda. I'm a pulmonary critical care physician. I've been here in this town for 20 years. As a private practice, 10 years I've been around the country running ICUs. Because I play pickleball, because most all of us are at that age, people get injured, and unfortunately, because of the heat, there's a lot of heat stroke and other orthopedic things. Many people have knee replacements. Because I've been there sort of at the court side and with my background, I've helped people who have had everything from falls, where we've had to call EMS, to people who had to go to the ICU with blood clots and pulmonary embolisms, chest pain, arrhythmias. These people can't play pickleball really in the heat of the day. So we come at 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning and play for several hours and then go. But if somebody is sick, they're having heat stroke, we used to be able to send them into the senior center, get cooled off, air conditioned, get some fluids. Now the only choice we really have is to send someone across the way to the skate park on a concrete floor where it's not air conditioned. So from my standpoint, there are many people who also have cancer as an older age and from other issues. These people, unfortunately, may have chemotherapy-induced issues, and we struggle at times. And this senior center has been wonderful. Finally, the issue of going through the senior center in the courtyard and being able to get in there and have coffee with somebody and build relationships when they have started on the pickleball court has related to really giving a fellowship ability to really make some connections with people. But now, the only way you can get there is to go outside, walk all the way around, and then inside. And nobody does that. And I never really had the chance to have those kinds of things in my practice when I went around the country. So now when I go in there, unfortunately, there's nobody from pickleball. And I think we've lost not only the ability to try and prevent the emergency response issues by using the senior citizen center, which is air conditioned and has ice water and things like that, but we've also lost a lot of the ability for all the seniors to connect when they go inside.
Are you finished?
I'm finished.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, other than pickleball, is there anybody else who wants to come before the council on any issue? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. We are adjourned.
Tell you.